build up a new win streak. I mean, we were doing pretty well. I think what we'll do is we're gonna go a little bit more methodical, a little bit more thought into the runs here. So we have Hellhorn Healing Awoken with Shardtail Queen. So Restore's a little bit weird with Shardtail Queen, depending on what kind of build we want to do. Typically with Shardtail Queen, you want like lots of smaller units that can die and then you know, we keep filling up the floor. So we could go something like a Imp Parade. Certainly is good. What do we have for our Seraph? We have Seraph the Patient. With Seraph the Patient, all the imp builds are a little bit weird because you end up rallying. We really need to get stun. Our only stun option is the Ascend and stun. That's all we're going to get. We cannot get damage shield. We can get armor, but it's a little bit tricky unless we get something like Transcendent with like an insane amount of armor. It can be a little bit tough. I mean, Imp Parade's always pretty good because you can get the Welder Helpers and you have guaranteed imps to chump block. So that might be the route we need to go. Because we don't have enough imps right now. We only have the starter imps and then the Pyre Chomper. The nice thing about Pyre Chomper is it does enable some high ember cost plays here. The problem is we don't really have, between Awoken and Hellhorn, there's not a lot we can take advantage of high ember. But let's see what the artifact is first. Okay, spikes are not great, especially with Seraph the Patient because he only hits once and he usually hits hard. But Hell's Banners could be really valuable. This is a lot of ember potential here. Getting something like Endless on that could mean an insane amount of ember. I'm kind of leaning on this royalty build now. Because I think we're just going to sack units. I'd rather get a couple of endless imps and then just have them sacked every turn and just have her get really strong. I think that makes the most sense here. Let's try for that. We'll go rally. We'll go all in on rally with the idea that we're going to get some endless imps. Spikes should be okay. Normally with spikes you can just hit them with oh, we get stings too. Let's go middle floor, armor, and this is a guaranteed death. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 more imps. We're gonna have a lot more of these guys coming though, is the only issue. Makes me wonder if we hold off. Although we can make our way back to the sting again if we are a little bit patient here. I think this is okay. We are going to lose the imp here. But now one train steward and an imp is good enough. This actually kills all of this. We can get 2 regen here. We don't want to play these guys out yet. Want to wait. They'd be better to be played later on. Let's give you Sting. 1 more regen puts you at 12. It's not really that valuable here. We can get a couple of these guys up top. Give you a little bit of healing. That doesn't really matter. I mean, this guy's dead no matter what. You're killing 2 of them. It's perfectly reasonable. What do we have for more units here? We just have the Pyre Chomper and the Train Steward, but I think tossing down all of these makes a lot of sense just to guarantee hits onto you. We can do a couple of restores just because. We'll take 3 damage. Not bad. And we actually got both of them, so it's great. This should be more than enough damage. And we're in good shape. Okay, so solid first fight. We need to get something aggressive very quickly. Molting Imp is good AoE. We don't have any AoE yet. Hornbreak is also good AoE. or not AoE, but targeted backline damage, which we are completely missing right now. I think Molting Imp is going to be better for us. It synergizes well with our imps. It synergizes with our rally. And as I said, we don't have any solid AoE yet. Restoration Detonation's pretty bad. Ensnare's not great. Vine Grasp is a little bit better. It's another good targeted damage. It's also a way to pick off our own imps if we needed to. I think that's okay. We might have a use for that. Remnant Banner or Awoken Banner. I think I really want to get Merchant of Steel here. Let's see what we have in the Merchant of Steel first. Endless is really what we're looking for. Large Stone's not great. Hellstone might be valuable depending on what we get. Rail Beater. Horned Warrior is pretty bad here. We already have a low health tank here. We're going to go with the Rail Beater. Getting Endless on it would not be awful. We're certainly not going to get Large Stone. I think we're going to get health. We'll re-roll, hoping for Endless. I'm okay with Multi-Strike on it. It pushes 2 units back. Has a chance to kill a couple units. It's not great, but it's not awful. We'll go with that. We're not going to upgrade anything else. And we'll continue on. It's really not the ideal. Obviously, it's not the ideal holder of Multi-Strike. But maybe later on we get some Rage, and then it's a little bit better. So this is where it gets interesting. I think we go... Because, like, clearing this is, like, really good. We're going to be able to play everything. This kills 2 of them, and then they get decreased damage. This kills 1 of them. Because here's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking if we do... So these guys are going here. This is happening. If I put this here, we save a lot of damage. We clear the whole floor. If I put 1 of these here, we're going to take 6 damage to our pyre, but then I can clear a whole 4 of these. This represents 3. This represents... This has got to be better. It's better for our pyre, and it's better for immediate support. We're still going to have the issue that we have to kill a whole bunch of them. We have 3 hits, basically, unless we get spells. Okay. It's not terrible. One of these will survive. We can get health on it. We're going to take 2 damage. We do miss the collector. Okay. This armor, kill you, and this all seems very good. Let's put a couple restores on you. Restores are not going to make any difference on this Rail Beater here. Queen's only going to get 1 hit in. Do we ever get... Oh, actually, we do get Implanting, so we should play that. In that case, let's put... This does kill the front unit. Play you there. Double restores, put you at 3 restore. You take 6. Yeah, you're gonna die anyway. We could maybe get enough regen on the queen. We'll have to see. Okay, so if we put 5 armor on the queen, suddenly she's living for a whole extra hit. Then we get one of these in there. We also give her a restore. Okay, but still, we're still good. We still have 35 health left on our Rail Beater there. It's all good stuff. I think it's got to be the Fledgling Imp. I mean, Welder Helper's pretty good, but Fledgling Imp enables our Rail Beater, which is pretty important. We don't have any way to enable him right now. This is interesting. Sharpen. I don't think Sharpen fits. I don't think Razor Sharp Edge is the play. We need him to have a lot of health. I honestly don't even know if we're going to have enough health on him. No matter what we do. Damage is not going to be the issue. It's going to be killing things. Or sorry, it's not going to be killing things. It's going to be backline access and survival. I just don't think Razor Sharp Edge fits in this. We already have a Sting. I don't think Sting's really it either, and I don't think Sharpens it either. Spikes is not that great against Seraph the Patient because he does huge, big hits rather than multi-strike. I don't think there's anything necessarily we want to duplicate at this point. We don't really have anything upgraded so much, and we don't want 2 rail beaters. So I think we go right path here. See what's in the... Ashes of the Fallen is really good. It's as much as the... both were good, but I think Ashes of the Fallen you have to take when you have this many imps. I mean, that represents 6 rage on play, which is just really, really strong. Neither of these are great. We're going to skip. And let's go with Pyre Health for at least twice. Maybe 3 times. Now we'll go for money. Okay. Actually was a decent trade. We spent 25 coins for 25 health. That's pretty good. All right, it's everyone gets armor, which is an absolutely fine trial for us. It should not be hard for us to get this much damage. Let's play you out here. You're gonna hit once. I think is this daze? This is not daze. Just pushes back. It's a little bit sketch. We need to get some imps out, ideally to block some of these hits. Go something like that. Double heal you. He's going to go to the top now. So we get an imp. Now everything's dying. If we fortify the imp, he only takes 7 damage. So that seems to be a pretty good trade there. We can block the hit here as well. And then double heal. Puts him to 5. It's not quite enough. We could go the other way around. Something like get you in the back. Or we just heal him a bunch. And then we just don't care. This is a little bit scary, to be honest. Okay, we can play you, which is pretty good. We can give you armor, which means that everything dies, you don't take any damage. I actually kind of like Vine Grasping you, but we should have done that first if we were going to do that, so we'll wait. The chance we get it again, we still have lots of floors left. Let's hit you. We want to Vine Grasp you to the front, and healing these guys, none of this does anything, so we're just not going to play the restore. Okay, how are we doing here? So he's not going to be going to the top. That's actually pretty good news for us. We can play you here. That almost gets enough damage. Off by just a little spit here. I think play you. 1, 2, 3 kills everything. And we just need to be able to Vine Grasp. If we can, okay, that's perfect. We can Vine Grasp to get you to the front. And then a heal here seems wise. And I think we just stack the armor. Do we have any other units? I think we're out of units. So hopefully we can do enough damage here. You guys are both dying. Let's double sting at the bottom. That makes it so that you kill him in 1 hit, which is certainly better. We'll get all 3 of these on there. I don't think the regen's gonna make a difference. It's a question of do we have enough damage, and it looks like we just barely have enough damage here. This was not really going to make a difference, because she'll be out of regen by the time he dies. Cool. Solid run. So One Horn's Tome is interesting. I think we can take it. We're going to have enough Ember, certainly. And the Queen with multi-strike is amazing. Dark Deal's interesting, but I just think it's too risky to be self-damaging when you have Seraph the Patient. So I think it's One Horn's Tome. Steelworker is not the thing here. I don't really like any of these either. And then we want more capacity. It's a priority. We need to get. We need to be able to fit 2 imps in front to take on Seraph the Patient. I think we still need to go for Endless. It's like mandatory to make this work. Yeah, we would even go twice. We need Endless on the probably the AoE imp and the Rage imp. If we can get an Armor imp, we would take it, or if we get a Transcend imp. But the Rage imp is like super, super important here. Do we want to make any other unit thicker with spikes? I don't think so. And I don't even think we want necessarily that imp to be any stronger. Yeah, I think we're going to try to pick off the small heavy damage units with spells and then use our Rage imp to just rack up rage on both the Queen and the Rail Beater. And then just hope the Rail Beater is going to be strong enough with all the armor we're adding to him. That's how we're going to try it. We got the Endless. We could also dupe that imp if we need to. I don't think Imperialist makes sense. And I don't also think that Imp Parade's going to make sense either. We have plenty of Ember. This should be fine. We have lots of damage. We have chump blockers. Should be absolutely fine here. We can go you, give you armor, hit you for 20. Just want that Rage Imp in there. Rage Imp. 2 of these will kill the front unit. We can fit 2 Train Stewards down here. Not that it matters, because they don't die anyway. There's our buddy. I think I'm happy to play him up here. One Horn's Tome is fantastic here. Get you out here, and then we can restore. I mean, that's the thing. We could try to go for, like, insane regen, but I just don't think we're going to get enough regen to make it worthwhile. Let's play our buddy back out. It's all good stuff. Give him more armor. This is enough. And this gets rid of some armor, which is also great. Because this is getting scary now. We get the Rage Imp back. I think that should be enough Rage now. Yeah, plus the Molting Imp is going to be more than enough. Play you back out here again and just keep stacking regen, I guess. We get our buddy back one last time. And another one, actually. This is looking very, very solid here. Let's bring you to the front since you don't do any damage. We might as well play you here. We get 1 hit off, which is not nothing. Let's give some armor onto you. Hit you with a sting, restore. Now we can play our imp one last time. Give you more armor. And then just load up on regen. This was solid. Very, very solid build. I'm a little bit nervous about Seraph the Patient because we don't have lots of damage. Okay, that's great. Unbroken Horn is fantastic. Important work. Important work would allow us to play it multiple times. Branding Right's also really, really good though. And we don't have like massive strong... I just don't think we don't need the Ember. And I think Branding Right is just way too strong to pass up here. I don't think we want healing spells. Awake is not great. We'll skip here. But that Branding Right's going to be huge. We need to double stack it and -1 cost. And then we're in a much better position. Double Relic here seems like the play. I mean, double Imp is also very interesting. But I think it's the possibility of getting 2 relics here is too good to pass up. If we get any Rage relics, Sap Tap is a free draw every time we use a restore. Starting with Rage or starting with Armor? Probably starting with Rage. Neither are great, though. We definitely don't want hammer chest plates. That's just bad. I think it's starting with rage, but it's really not that great. We get enough rage, and scorched steel is just not that great either. It's better if we get other armor relics. I think we save our money here. We got a pretty good relic in the sap tap because that's going to get us a draw. Yeah, multi-strike is fine. But I think it's too much if we go for more right now. Alright, we can play One Horn's Tome immediately, which makes sense to do. Very cool. We're gonna play Sting up here. Then we can Queen's Impling, Fledgling Imp. We are gonna take a bit of damage here though. This is a little scary. We really need something like, if we get 2 again. This is kind of scary. There's the Molting Imp. That actually helps out a lot with the next floor. And we might have to heal this guy up. We do have Branding Right though. Branding Right's going to be really good. So you can't ignore the Branding Right. Alright, this is where things get real dicey. So we get you guys in here. We want you both to die. Okay, get our buddy back. Branding Right's really huge here. We can Vine Grasp to kill one of them, but it does create more damage. So I think it's this. This. Branding Right absolutely is coming out. We can get all the heals rolling. Get the Train Steward down here. And I think... Does this just do too much damage? I think it's play this out, and I don't know if this makes sense. It gives way too much damage. We leave this. We don't touch the Vine Grasp. There we go. This is enough to kill both of them. We actually don't want this guy to die. Well, I guess it's not awful if he dies. And rage. Do we want the rage in? Well, let's heal. We're gonna heal to draw. It's probably okay to Vine Grasp here. Alternatively, we just toss this guy to the front. You're actually dead. I did not realize that you were dead. We need armor on her. This might be a loss. How much damage can we get on you? Not looking great. We do this. A little bit better looking. It's a little bit better. That did not help. 469 damage. He's gonna have 11 damage per hit. I mean, these guys are not surviving. What do we have that we're drawing? Restores. Let's restart. And we're going to play this a little differently. We need to play this One Horn's Tome. We need to get the queen a lot of armor. That's the main difference here. So we're going to stack armor on the queen. We just need her to hit at least once, and then I think we're fine. So we put all of our fortifies on her, and then I think we're totally good. Do this. Do this. Get you up here. I mean, we need to heal him anyway. The armor is not going to be enough, so we fortify you. That's now 1 full hit with the Shardtail Queen, which is great. You in there. You in there. Draw. Makes a lot of sense. Give you even more regen. Toss you up here. you're going to get pretty low, but I think we can regen you out of it. And I think we still just do want to protect our hits here. Hit you like that and get you down here to die, unfortunately. There we go. So now we go with you and you. Branding right, absolutely. Well, let's start with the restores. We get the train steward down. Get our pyre chomper down. This just does too much damage. If we pull you to the front, though... Okay, it doesn't really change anything. But now our queen can actually hit, and our queen even hitting just like 1 or 2 times is huge. The likelihood that we could fortify a second time... It just depends on whether we put this here. I think we do want both. Oh, we want you down here. Want you here. Or do we? If we don't put it there, we just don't draw it, which I think is actually okay here. You're dead no matter what. I think we just take the 20 damage here. That's definitely happening. And I think we try to go for the last fortify here. We're going to get 2 draw. We got it. That's it. That's how we do it. Okay. That was very scary, though. Very, very scary. All right. Woo. Stings are much better. That's fine. We have 1 sting. Do we have 1 sting or 2 stings? We have 2 stings. So they're both much better now. Impish Scholar would bring back the One Horn's Tome, which I think is absolutely fine. Last Stand is also interesting, but I think the pure damage is going to be really good here. Preserve Thorns is great. Gives us a lot of draw, and the stings are very, very powerful now. Let's go with spell upgrades now. We really want double stack and -1. Hold over. Hold over on branding rights also an option. A 1-cost branding right is huge, and we have all the healing to kind of back it up. We can make a slightly stronger Vine Grasp. Seems good. We're going to go a preliminary -1 on the One Horn's Tome with an expectation that later we double stack it. But it does make it a little bit easier to play immediately, which is also fine. We're probably going to go... It really depends. If we get Transcendent off of Fell, then we'll go for unit upgrades. Otherwise, we'll continue on with like spells. This is a little scary, but we do have some floors to get ready, and I think we're going to be able to kill this Guardian pretty easily. You're just going to get sacked, my friend. I'm sorry. Right, this is where he's going to attack. But we just do... So let's start with the draw. Okay. We can go you. Makes a lot of sense. We can go you. Get our One Horn's Tome in there. We're already doing lots of damage to this Fell. Scholar's going to be fantastic. Ah, it's perfect. So we do Impish Scholar. Brings back our buddy. Fledgling Imp. Get the Pyre Chomper also in there to get you the extra multi-strike. And we don't really need the damage down here. We can try to keep punching through here. And this just seems really solid in general. Molting Imp plus Fledgling Imp. Let's give you the Fortifies. They have no way to penetrate. We can go here. Then a couple of these should kill you. This is all looking very, very solid. They just don't have the damage to punch through our dudes. There's the branding right. We can start rolling there. We're going to have all the ember we ever need. Get even more armor. And I mean, this is looking really solid. It's a little bit scary. The Seraph the Patient's really going to be the tough part. We really need to find a way to make sure the Rail Beater doesn't die. And that's going to be a trick. Certainly going to be a trick to figure out. Luckily, we got this kind of like weird combination of... okay, we have to kill this guy now. He has to die. Sting plus Vine Grasp does it. Otherwise, our queen dies. Get you in there, give you some armor, get you in there. Branding right, heal for the draw. And again, everything's looking perfectly fine. You back in there, give us another set of draw there. I mean, none of this really matters. We can try to hit you. This actually did matter. We can outright kill this guy. And I think we still just want a branding right and then draw. Sting you for 30. And you're dead in like a couple of... one hit. 180 plus 270. Yeah, this is a lot of damage here. I mean, this is the nice thing is we're actually stacking quite a bit of armor. Plus we heal all the damage we take from the branding right. And then we just like wreck house here. So draw's definitely going to be the thing here. We really want Transcend Imp. We didn't get it. Impalade is also very interesting. Spreading Spores is less interesting. I don't think Unleash the Wildwood's going to be the play. Impalade's kind of interesting though. 135 damage for 1. It's like an instant kill on a front enemy unit. Do we need it though? We have a lot of stings. I think we don't take it. I think we just want the draw, and we want to duplicate the One Horn Tome. We did not get a Transcend Imp, so going Merchant of Steel doesn't make sense. Means we might dupe the Rage Imp. We'll see. We'll see what we get as the final card reward. Another holdover is not really what we're looking for. Having a Preserve Thorns be free. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't really matter. The spell damage is not really... It's not really a thing here. I don't think we want to hold over. I mean, we could hold over also a Fortify. It would need to be double stacked, and I think our priority here... Although we do have holdover on the branding right. If we could get it double stacked, a 1 cost for 10 armor... It's still not even that great. I don't think we hold over anything. I also don't want a Permafrost. I really want double stack on the One Horn's Tome. Kind of sad we haven't gotten that yet. We also have no way to use our Ember. We get tons of Ember, have no way to dump it. We're going to go Royalty again. And we're just going to go all in on this kind of like Glass Cannon Queen and hope that it works. I mean, we have the damage. It's just the... These hits are going to be rough. They're going to be rough. Let's get you guys in there. We can heal to draw. It's fine. Start stacking. Do they have sweep units? I do not believe so. I think these guys are sweep free. Let's put you in there. We're gonna take some hits here. This guy is going to hit us for 50. Let's see if we can't get away around that. We also still have all of our Train Stewards, which is really not what you want to see. Okay, so we can do Queen's Impling plus the Rage. Now we're starting to get a lot of damage in. We can draw again. In this case, I really like killing you off. So close to killing that guy. We're gonna take another 50. It's 100 damage, but it's not really a good way around it. I don't think if we'd pulled the other guy forward, it would have made a difference. Okay, so now we can play you here. That actually is starting to do some work. Let's draw. And just play out all these guys. Take our 50 damage, get real sad. But I think then we're done taking damage. Alright, Preserve Thorns. Just smashes this guy. Fledgling Imp. Branding Right. Smack you again. Let's draw. Hey, we got our Pyre Chomper. That's fantastic. That means we get a whole lot of Ember to play for the rest of the fight. And we haven't used our Impish Scholar yet. He's coming up soon. Then we'll get our second multi-strike. Armor. We're going to want to Vine Grasp you. This now kills you. Heal you up. I think we are guaranteed to get the Scholar. We're getting +6. We're guaranteed before the boss, Relentless, makes it to that floor. It does not matter when we play this Imp. I think we just go... I think we just play it now. We can put this guy in. It really doesn't make a difference. We get the Preserve Thorns back too. Interesting. Kind of makes me think we want to remove the Preserve Thorns so it doesn't get in the pile, but I think it's okay. And we are just wrecking this guy. Yeah, we have all this Ember and we just cannot play it. Alright. Smacked him up. Card, please, anything. Tiresome Climb! Okay. we got an out. We have an out. Engraft is also pretty good. It's a trigger for a draw. It gains an Ember. I just don't think we need that much Ember. Okay, so change in plan. We do not... We absolutely go spells. We need double stack. Holdover. Holdover is a godsend here. That's how we win. This is... This won us. This run. Because we did not have a consistent way to deal with Seraph the Patient. Now we do. We can permanently stun him, and that's going to make a world of difference. It means that we're only going to get hit maximum 3 times, and even if we get melee weakness, I think we have enough armor to deal with it, and we'll just stack all of that rage. -1. Preliminarily, let's go on the restore here. We don't need it on the other one yet. We can reroll. Let's reroll. Remove Consume. I talked about removing Consume here, but since we only... Yeah, it doesn't actually make sense. We don't actually want to do it like that. We're going to go... We could do something like this and then remove Consume, but it doesn't really make a lot of sense. I think we just make One Hornstone cheaper as our last thing here, and then let's check out the trinkets. Probably should check that out earlier. Okay, draw. It's going to be great. I don't think we want root. Armor, every time we apply, that's got to be better than Thorn Casing. We'll go with Railhammer. Solid. This build went from, I don't know how we're going to do it, to incredibly solid with a single card. Tiresome Climb, man. It's a godsend for Seraph the Patient. And now we're in the clear. We have a victory ahead of us. All right, so how do we want to start? We are going to play top floor. That's a lot of rallying on the top floor. But, okay, so we're going to take one big hit at the beginning. We're going to get melee weakness, and then hopefully we can survive after that. It's going to be much better if we can get an imp in here. But we're gonna be rallying him a lot right up front, which is not really what you want to see, to be honest, but it's what we're going to have here. And we're going to already play the One Hornstone. Luckily, After this, we should be in a much better shape. I'm actually going to play the Train Steward here. I want to try to avoid. Let's draw. So now this is interesting. Okay, we're absolutely going to play one down here. That's going to happen. We want this guy to die. I think a Sting is better. And let's save these imps for later. We have plenty of time. We're not in a rush here. A Molting Imp is fantastic. Impish Scholar is great. We're going to go you. And then we want to Vine Grasp you to draw you again. Just really stack up the damage. This has to happen. That's just way too good. I think we want these... Let's put the Scholar up here, I guess. We can play the One Horn's Tome again. I think we save these imps. We still need imps to be able to chump block. Okay, this is where we can start. But before we do that, let's see. We're gonna be playing this first. That's a guarantee. I think we play Preserve Thorns up here. 30 damage. Do we want to keep... I think we want to keep the imps. So let's ascend you now. You're going to take a whole lot of damage. We just draw like this. I just don't know that we want to play these imps yet. I think we want to be able to always have an imp to pair with these guys, because there's a really good chance that he's going to create more than one unit. And this just seems way better to have them as blockers than as you know, just doing their 20 damage and then yeeting out. So this is perfectly fine. We can already kill one of them, so we took no damage on the Rail Beater. Stack everything right now. I like a Sting on you. Branding Right. And then let's Tiresome Climb. We'll keep the Imp. We're going to do more damage to him. It's all very good stuff. I mean, that's the double effect, right? Not only do we get to now... Okay, you've got 2 melee weakness. We actually want you to take a hit. Luckily, you are taking a hit. We can have you take it like this. You take the 45 damage, which is very easily returned to us. We can stack up like this and ascend you. And just keep dazing. We only need like maybe 4 or 5 hits, and he's dead. Okay, this is where he's gonna incant, or he's gonna incant and okay. We're gonna take some damage here. Branding Right. Sting. I mean, we don't have to do all this. We can split it up a little bit. I think this blocks 2 hits, which seems pretty good. You're at 5 days. We're going to have you at 7 by the end. And the floor he starts with is going to get killed here. So we're going to have 6, 5 hits. Is 5 hits enough? You're doing 600 damage times 5 is 3,000. I think we're going to be just fine. So we start with this. Get a Queen's Impling in here. They're both going to die. I think it's okay if we just let one of them die. See if we can't kill you. Get even more. Even more. So we're going to have 5 hits. 5 hits at 120 plus 7, almost 800. Actually, that is 800. 900. 900 times 5 is more than enough damage. We're in really good shape. We should be just fine here. We can also then next turn use the ascend on the Shadewing to prevent even more damage. And that's it. We did it. So we just kind of get ourselves into a good position here, and we take no damage. We can restore, and we used all of our Ember. Fame! They're coming at me with the fame! Gotta get rid of this. Nonsense. So I'm fully convinced that without the tiresome climb, we were just dead. I don't think we would have survived. He would have just killed our Rel Beater a long time ago. So we've super lucked out here. The only other option is that we kill him during flying by double stacking One Horn's Tome, but that wasn't even an option. I guess we could have consume removed it and then just played it over and over again, but I think he would have killed the Rel Beater before we had a chance to get the Queen to do enough damage to actually kill the Seraph here. Because it would have taken like 6, 7, 8 multi-strike. Wasn't even enough. Whew, that was really sketchy. But we did it. Ooh. Scary stuff. We'll go one more run. How are we doing?